Today, we're looking at the subtle and surprising ways lakes are constantly changing. Although it seems like a lake's seasonal cycle always ends in the same place it began, slight changes happen under the surface year after year. Once you add these up over centuries, the result is a dramatic transformation and a perfect reminder of how even the most consistent aspects of our lives are subject to impermanence. There are millions of lakes in the world, bodies of water surrounded completely by land. Some formed by volcanic craters, others from the buckling of tectonic plates, from meandering rivers that changed course, and from other situations that allowed water to pool. Most lakes in the Northern Hemisphere originated from the glaciers that scoured the land 18,000 years ago, leaving behind basins which filled with water when the glaciers melted in their retreat. But however they originally formed, no lake ever stays exactly the same. A lake goes through changes during the hundreds or even thousands of its yearly cycles. And although it may appear that in the springtime, when the ice thaws from the surface, that the lake is exactly the same as it was the previous year, it really isn't. In the spring, the melting snow from the surrounding land results in water trickling into the lake, carrying particulates with it. Spring rainwater similarly finds its way to the lake, carrying soil and pebbles that also settle to the bottom, making the lake infinitesimally shallower. Summer brings warm weather, and in some lakes, depending on the surroundings, runoffs containing animal wastes and fertilizers, with nutrients like phosphates and nitrates, which leach into the body of water. These favor the growth of algae and other plants, which use photosynthesis to make oxygen and sugars that other lake life thrives on. Of course, the more living plants and animals in a lake one day, the more dying plants and animals the next. And they all settle to the bottom and continue to fill up the lake. When winter comes and the surface freezes over, there is slightly less unfrozen water left below. With this progression gradually happening year after year, the lake slowly reduces in size, starting from the edges and working towards the middle. By and by, it assumes the appearance of a marsh, swamp, or bog. Grasses, rushes, reeds, and low-growing shrubs dominate as plant species, with fish, amphibian, waterfowl, and aquatic mammals living among them, ones that can tolerate water with low dissolved oxygen. Ultimately, though, even that water evaporates, and the former body of lake water becomes a solid piece of land. Lake succession is a dramatic example of nature's spirals, of change happening all the time. Water is ever-changing, and itself a master of change. Lakes may gradually disappear, but new lakes will continue to form as well, a process that will continue indefinitely on our Earth as water continuously moves over time.